everyone. Good afternoon. Namaste. Jai Hind. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. I am Vikas Dahiya, and today we are going to discuss most scoring topics of Quant. Okay, rather some good questions. So what they are regularly asking. Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. जल्दी से शेयर कर दो अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ, राइट? हम कुछ अच्छे क्वेश्चंस जो बार बार रिपीट हो रहे हैं, सिमिलर क्वेश्चंस, राइट, दोज वी विल डिस्कस. एंड यस, यू कैन डेफिनेटली target. Okay, rather if you combine that DI portion also, you can target 25 out of 25. Yes, Ishu, good afternoon. Okay. Yes, 20 out of 20. Okay, so let's Jagdish, hello. Shivam, good afternoon. Okay, so agenda, Sweetie, hello, good afternoon. ओके, जल्दी से अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर कर दो. Okay, so today's agenda is we will discuss few very frequent questions. Okay, frequently asked questions. Or you can say repeated question in CMAT. Right, so this time it is going to be 20 questions of your Quant plus DI. Okay. Now, because they have added that entrepreneurship section, right? So in Quant, you will have 20 questions. So 20 questions, Quant plus DI. So there will be a set, generally a set of DI, right? And mostly, right? Let's talk about that importance of why we do this question, right? They are regularly asking question on, if I talk important topic, arithmetic is always an important topic, right? Arithmetic is always an important topic. But here in arithmetic also, okay, DI generally, okay, you can say from 2 to 5 questions, right? Jagdish, there will be a variation of 2 to 5 questions, you can say. Okay, but as low as 2 question, 3 question, or one set you can say, right? Yes, PNC probability bahut aate hain, right? I will talk about that. Arithmetic, if let's say 6 to 7 questions, around 6 questions, right? But majority of, generally they have asked questions on, okay, time and work and TSD, right? These are always important, and here they have asked questions on compound interest. So you can say SI plus CI, right? And simple questions on percentages. So commonly they have asked questions on successive percentage change, right? Or simple percentage change. So direct question on percentages, SICI, and time, speed, distance, and TSD. This is the important part in arithmetic that they have asked, right? Many times they have asked such questions. Okay. Then I'm talking about those important subtopics also. Okay. And yes, PNC and probability, right? If you combine PNC plus probability, right? They are asking around 4 questions. Around 4 questions you can say. Okay. So around 4 question PNC probability. So very, very important, very easy questions, right? Very important, right? As such, it will be very, very important. Okay. Now they have asked question on geometry plus mensuration, you can say. Geometry, they are asking 6 to 7 questions. So around 6 questions you can say, right? There can be more. So others you can take algebra also into others, because majority they are asking question on geometry, arithmetic, and then PNC probability. Okay, they have asked question on simplification, 1 or 2 question on simplification, or 1 question on simplification. They have asked question on Venn diagram also, right? Set theory. They have asked question on algebra. But the major weightage on arithmetic, geometry, and PNC probability, right? These are the important, most important topics you can say. Okay. So let's start with the questions. Okay, questions करते हैं और आप देखेंगे level of difficulty. Level of difficulty is very, very low. Okay, just see. Okay, this one question is on probability. I have taken many questions on PNC probability, right? So that you can see, you can understand the level of difficulty, right? Level of difficulty. Rather, once in the last 4 to 5 years, right? They have asked one question this, that what is the probability of getting a 9 or 10 on a single throw of 2 dice, and they have asked one question, right? This was, I think, the question of from 2018, and in 2020 they ask one question, that probability of getting, right, same single throw of 2 dice, but probability of getting more than 9. Okay, they have asked this also, of getting more than 9 on a on the dice, right? Single throw of 2 dice. So now we will do this first. Okay, just answer getting a 9 or a 10 on a single throw of 2 dice. Yes, quickly answer this. Okay, so B, single throw of 2 dice means, okay, dice 1, dice 2. Any question like this you can do like this, that dice 1, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can have this possibility only. If you want 9 or 10, what is the favorable case? Right? 1, there is no favorable case. 2, there is no favorable case. 3, 6 is the favorable case. 4, 5 or 6 is the favorable case. 5, 4 and 5 is the favorable case. 6, 3 and 4 are the favorable case. So there are 7 favorable cases out of 6 into 6, 36 cases. Right? That means B option is the correct one. Yes, Khushbu, Smrithi, Ritesh, Mohit, Shama, all were correct. Very, very good. Right? So very simple question. Right? Very simple question. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. राइट कोई भी डाउट होता है किसी को तो पूछे जरूर, अदरवाइज सेशन को शेयर पक्का करते रहें, राइट? शेयर करें, लाइक अगर आपको अच्छा लगता है तो लाइक भी करें. ओके, बट जब भी ही टॉक अबाउट 2 dice, यू कैन राइट इट लाइक दिस, यू विल ऑलवेज गेट टू नो ऑल द केसेस, राइट? इवन इफ अगर उसका क्वेश्चन होता, राइट, गेटिंग 9 और मोर, right? I think this series, right, you will get to know. Okay, my sessions you can see. You just subscribe this channel. Nahi Jagdish, it is not one case, right? These are different cases. These are different cases, Jagdish, because we are talking about two dice. So dice 1, dice 2, right? You will count it like this. Now, if it is 9 or more, right? Like they asked in 20, right? 2020. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you will write it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now dice to 9 or more, right? Here there is no case, here there is no case, here there is 6. Now it will be 5 and 6. Now it will be 4, 5 and 6. Now it will be 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you can see that 1, 2, 3 and 4. So total 10 favorable cases out of 36. So it will be 5 by 18, which will be the probability. Right? Yes, 5, 4 and 4, 5 are different because it is, we are counting die 1 and die 2. Right? Yes, 5 by 18 will be the probability in that case if the question is 9 or more. Right? Getting 9 or more. Right? Because they have asked this also. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, next question. Again, a very simple question, but they have regularly asked question on average speed. Right? Regularly asked question on average speed, and those two are very simple. Here I have taken you can say out of those simple questions, the most difficult one. Okay, you can see the level of difficulty. So first 50 kilometer, next 50 kilometer, next 30 kilometers. So total distance is, because average speed is going to be total distance by total time. So total distance is 130. Now total time, right? Now here it is 40-minute given, directly 40-minute given. Okay, this is minutes I am writing. Here it is 2 kilometer per minute. So 50 kilometer means 25 minutes. Here it is 1 kilometer per minute. So 30 kilometer means 30 minutes. So these are the minutes, right? If I multiply by 60, it will become hour, or minutes divided by 60, it will become into 60. So here it is 130 by 40, 30, 70 and 25, 95. Okay, just see the values. So it is okay, 19 and 12. So this is 1560 divided by 19, which will be 19 into 8, 152. So 40, 19 into 2. So C option should be the correct answer. And yes, Rahul, Shama, Ehrar, Khushbu already answered this. And yes, absolutely correct. So again, a very easy question, but I am telling you, this is the difficulty level that they are asking. Right? So don't take it as that I don't know PNC and probability and they are asking question on PNC probability, but they are asking very simple question on PNC probability. If you know those basic type, you can easily handle that. Right? If they are asking question on TSD, they are asking very simple question on TSD, time, speed, distance also, time and work also. So just go through that. Okay, you should know those types. Okay, Samriddhi, Shubham, yes, correct. Okay, so and keep sharing the session. मैं बार बार बोलता रहता हूँ, शेयर कर दिया करो, शेयरिंग के बहुत बेनिफिट है. ओके, अगर आप 25 लोगों को शेयर करोगे तो आपके साथ कुछ अच्छा होगा. ऐसा आता है ना व्हाट्सएप पे. Okay, so next question. This is on compound interest. I am telling you that they are asking a regular question on compound interest, right? SICI, but particularly compound interest they are asking. And very easy question. Okay, the question like this, that 10% per annum for 2 years, and this is the amount. What is the principal? If the amount is given 10%, 2 years, the amount is given, we need to calculate the principal. Okay. Yes, you can answer. I'm waiting for the answer because it is very, very easy again. You must know that 10% 2-year compound interest. The resultant is 21%. So total interest is 21%. Right? And now, okay, Khushbu, great, very good. Now some principal into 121%, that is increase of 20%, it becomes 2000. So that means my principal is 2100 by 121. Okay. So either you divide this and you can get the answer. Okay, yes, you can get. So 121, if I cancel this, right? If I cancel this 121 into 121, right? Yes, absolutely, Mohit. Yes, Dhanyanesh. Okay. Yes, Mr. Kulkarni, bilkul. Right? If you know only the basic, you can, that is also sufficient. Right? Now, it is 790. So 790 will be 6 because it will be 726. Right? So then it will be 790 mean minus 726. It will become 64. So 640. So it will be 5. So 165. What should be the answer? C option should be the answer. Right? The other method I will tell you. Right? The better method. Okay. Now the thing is that I already know that 10%, 2 years, the compound interest will become 21%. Right? I will check the answer. Here if I increase 20%, that means 1/5 of this, it cannot become 2000. Right? 1625, 2%, 20% would be, right, 20% would be 162 into 2, that will be 325, right? This is 20% and 1% will be 16.25. So the total will be 16 and 3, 19, 1956, 66. Right? It is not 2000. It should be slightly more than this. Slightly more than this should be this answer. Right? Now, because it should be more than 1625, it cannot be this. Now, if you write 1653 and 20% of that will be 165 into 2, that will be 330 and 1% would be 16.5. So it will become, so it is 2000, close to 2000, right? That should be my answer. You just check where I increase 20%, 21%, where there I should get 2000. Right? And you should know that 10% 2-year compound interest should be 21%. If there is a doubt that how I am writing 21%, then compound interest, if you get 10% in the first year, it will become 110. Now 10% of 110 will become 11. It will become 121. So the net resultant 2 years interest is 21%. Right? Or you can say the successive funda A plus B plus AB by 100. 30%, it would become 130 square, right? So that means 69%. इंस्टॉलमेंट की बात कर रहे हो सौम्या? इंस्टॉलमेंट का क्वेश्चन जनरली नहीं आता है, राइट? इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इंस्टॉलमेंट, ओके, जनरली नहीं आता है, वो सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है जनरली, राइट? 30% की बात कर रहे थे, 2 years, then you will get 69% total interest, right? Just see that 100 will become 30, 130, and 130, 30% would be 39, and total will become 169, which you can write that 130%, that is 1.3 square, that will become 16900 by 100, or it will become 1.69, which is 69% more. Okay, Sumit, there must be many books, right? Or you can just go for some test series. Question practice, there are so many resources available. Okay, so this is a simple, super duper easy question, but I have given you this because they have asked, right, many times they are asking a single question in the complete paper, a single question on this simplification, right? But very easy. Simplification, generally they are asking something like this, square roots and all, or they are asking on the basic algebraic formula identities. Two equal installment paid in 2 years. Khushbu, installment, I will give you the formula, right? Installment in case of, right, compound interest. Generally you ask question on compound interest, otherwise it is going to be very easy. Okay, many people have already answered. Very good, very good. Okay, so installment, the total principal, okay, the principal amount that is to be paid, and if X is the annual installment, X is the installment, then X by 1 plus R by 100, X plus by 1 plus R by 100 square. As many installment you need to pay, right? The power in the denominator will keep increasing. Here the answer is very simple. This is 13. If you add, it is 64. 64 root will be 8. 188 and 8, 196 root. That is going to be 14. Yes, 14 is the correct answer. I think so. Jagdish, you just check it out. Okay, or the concerned person will revert to this. Or you can put this query in the comment section of this video. Right? I will definitely get it answered. Okay. Here, the other method is very simple. Right? That whatever you are adding here, it is 51 plus something. Right? Now 51 plus something will be, okay, obviously more than 7. 7 plus something. You are adding 188 plus 7 plus something, right? So 195 plus something. So only possibility is this, right? If you just check it, otherwise this is otherwise very easy. It is 13, 64. So 8 you add, it is going to be 196, and 196 is 14, right? Complete squares are given, right? So very, very easy game. So it was super easy question actually. So let's move to next one. Again a super duper easy question, right? This is just to show you they have asked few times question on averages also, but the level of question of averages was this, right? You just see the level. Okay, Akash, you just go by, because that was very, very simple, right? They are asking very simple. So don't go for hit and trial also. You will simply answer it. That will be better. Right? Hit and trial, you need to think, because their answer was a 14.4 also. Right? So you will have a doubt. So that's why I removed that hit and trial. Okay, great, great. So very simple, very simple. See, normally, because this question was actually very easy, but otherwise, if the ratio is given, right, you will take the average of the ratio, Now 3, 5, 7, the average is 5, right? Now this is given as 50 actual value, then this will be 30, this will be 50, this will be 70, right? Average was 50. Because it is 10 times, so everything you can do 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, right? So don't calculate the values first, but the average, calculate the average first. Okay, divisibility section, right? What is this section? Divisibility. ओके, चलो देखते हैं। टॉपिक की बात कर रहे हो डिविजिबिलिटी की, तो हम करेंगे। अभी क्वेश्चंस में वो ले रहा हूं जो ज्यादा कॉमन क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं, राइट? सो दिस वाज वेरी वेरी इजी अगेन। सो 30 बिकॉज यंगेस्ट, ही इज आस्किंग यंगेस्ट, सो 30 इज द करेक्ट आंसर, राइट? एंड यस, अभिषेक, रेणु, मोहित, समृद्धि, राहुल, महेश, शमा, खुशबू, शिवा, everybody was correct, right? So let's move to the next one. Okay, yes, I got Jagdish number system. I will take few question on numbers in the next session, but generally they are not asking much question. If I'm targeting CMAT, right, they are not asking much questions on numbers. They have asked question on HCF LCM. HCF LCM they have asked, but basic questions. Okay, but I will tell you the type of question they have asked. Okay, or otherwise I will take, okay, numbers. I have taken one session on that. Yes, those are easy. 3600. Okay, the number of factors you are talking about, we will do that. Okay, तो चल next question पे आ जाओ. Boat covers 24 kilometer upstream and 72 kilometer downstream in 8 hours, while it covers 48 kilometer upstream and 108 kilometer downstream in 14 hours. Find the speed of the boat in still water and the speed of the stream respectively. Right? This is the speed in still water. This is the speed of the stream. So that means downstream will be here 18, here it will be 15, here it will be 16, here it will be 17. Upstream, it will be 6, it will be 5, it will be 4, it will be 7. Right? Now just check those values first, which are given. There must be multiple, like downstream here is 72, downstream here is 108. So what number in the downstream, is factor of 72 and 108, right? It is 18 only. So check this. So that means 6 into 4, in the first case it will take 4 plus 4, 8 hours. In the second case it will take 8 plus 6, 14 hours. So A option is correct, right? I have written according to the boat and stream speed. I have written downstream and upstream, right? The downstream stream, let's say, is 18, right? Now the downstream distance 17 to 100, both are multiple of 18. So this you should check, right? You should never check this. Because 17 is not a factor of 72 and 108, right? You will never get a integer answer like 8 hours. It will be a non-terminating number when you divide by 7, right? 15, okay, and 16 I will divide it later, right? Once I have done this, I have checked this 18, because this is a factor of 72 and 108. I will check this first, right? Because downstream distance is 72 and 108. Here the downstream speed is 18, which is a factor. So this is the ideal option to be checked. ओके, समझ में आ रहा है? ऑप्शन से चेक करके आराम से बता सकते थे. एंड यस, अगेन खुशबू, मोहित, रिया, महेश, स्मृति, शमा, ऑलरेडी दे हैव गिवन द करेक्ट आंसर, राइट? ओके, अदरवाइज व्हाट इज द मेथड? राइट, सिंपली दैट 24 बाय अपस्ट्रीम प्लस 72 बाय डाउनस्ट्रीम is 8, and 48 by upstream plus 108 by downstream is equal to 14, right? So two equation, two variable you can solve, or here also the method I will tell you is the same, that if there is this 24 and 48, take a factor u, a value of u which is a common factor of 24 and 48, or here it is 72 and 108, take d something which is a common factor of 72 and 108. Okay, let's say you check d as 36, right? Then you will say 36 into 2, so your upstream should be 4, because here it should be 6 plus 2 should be 8. If you have taken D as 36, then upstream should be 4. But if upstream is 4, here it will become 12 and here it will become 3. So 12 and 3 is not 14. So 36 is wrong. Right? Like this you can check the value. Otherwise, you need to solve two equation, two variable. The proper method, the best method here is the check the option. Right? Check the options. But check the options smartly. Okay, Himanshu, here, okay, here the best method would be you check the option, but that option, right, which are factors of the distance, right? You already know board speed, stream speed, so downstream speed will be 18, upstream speed will be 6, right? 12 plus 6, 12 minus 6. Okay. So now you check this 18 into 4, 6 into 4, 4 plus 4, 8 hours, correct. 6 into 8, 18 into 6, 8 plus 6, 14 hours, correct. Right, so this is my correct option. If that is not a factor, so don't check it earlier. Okay, priority wise you check first that whatever is the factor, right, then you can go for the next one. Okay, if that nothing is the factor. Okay, now come to the probability again. Right, probability, one of the common question. Right, very important topic. Right, if you talk about very important topic, I am talking about probability and PNC. Good. There are 8 yellow and 4 black balls. Okay, this is a common type of question in probability. Right, you must know how to answer it. Now, if 3 balls are drawn, so the total cases is because you are selecting random 3 balls, right? So how many balls were there? 8 and 4, 12. So you are selecting 12C3. This is the total. What is the probability that 2 are yellow? So favorable cases, out of 8 you select 2 yellow and 1 black. Out of 4 you select 1 black. So this is your favorable case. So 8 into 7 by 2 into 4 by 12 into 11 into 10 by 3 into 2. Right? This is the case. So let's solve it. So 6 into 2, 2 into 2. Now this 2 cancelled here. Here it is 56 by 110 or 28 by 55. 28 by 55 is the correct one. B option. Yes, Renu, Ishu, Ritesh, Khushbu, Mohit, Rahul. Absolutely correct. Right? So very easy, basic, right, type of question. But you must know. Yes, Shama, B option is correct. Okay. Yes, Smrithi, B option is absolutely correct. 28 by 55. Okay, let's move to the next one. Now again, the question is on probability only, right? With a different story, right? So institute has 6 senior, 4 junior, right? So 6 senior and 4 junior professors, and there are 3 professors you are selecting at random. Exactly the same question. So what you are doing? Out of 10 you are selecting 3. Out of 10 you are selecting 3. Okay. The probability that at least one of the junior professor would get selected, right? So I would suggest that if he says at least one junior, right? First take all senior. All senior. That means you are selecting out of 6 only. All senior. Right? So that will become 6 into 5 into 4 by 3 factorial and 10 into 9 into 8 by 3 factorial. So this get cancelled, and here it is 4 and 2 into 8 cancelled, 3 into 3 and 5 into 2. So 1 by 6. But this is the probability when all the seniors are there. All seniors are there, right? If you subtract from 1, right, then it will become 5 by 6. That means if I subtract that case where all seniors are there, if I subtract that, so there must be at least one junior. All senior वाला केस हटा दिया, ओके, ये मैंने निकाला all seniors, राइट. नाउ ये जो केस आ गया 1 माइनस किया तो क्या हो गया, सो ऑल सीनियर वाला केस हटा दिया तो कोई तो जूनियर होगा, राइट. ऑल सीनियर नहीं है, दैट मीन्स देयर मस्ट बी एटलीस्ट वन जूनियर. ओके, देखो इसको समझो. हमने पहले क्या किया, ऑल सीनियर ले लिए, 6 के 6 में से सिलेक्ट करो, बस 6 सीनियर में से सिलेक्ट करो 3, और टोटल है रैंडम सिलेक्शन 10 में से 3, राइट. एनी 3 out of the 10 is the random selection and 3 senior selection is 3 out of 6. So all senior probability is 6C3 by 10C3. उसको 1 में से माइनस कर दो, total probability is always 1. That means all seniors are not there. So there must be at least one junior, right? So I have removed that case of all senior which is not required. So 5 by 6 should be the required probability. Okay? Right? कुछ समझ ना आए तो पूछ लेना, अदरवाइज सेशन को शेयर भी करते रहो, लाइक करते रहो. Okay, let's move to the next one. Now this is a question on permutation combination, right? Because he is talking about in how many ways. Okay, where, why not 13? Where is 13? It is only 6 senior and 4 junior. This 3 separate line, okay, here it should be full stop. 3 professors are selected at random out of those 6 senior and 4 junior. There are only 10. 3 professors are selected at random, that is the second line. Okay. Out of the 10, 3 are selected, and the probability that to get that at least one junior should be there. Okay, so let's move to the next one. There are 6 tasks and 6 persons. Okay, now it is basically a combination of your reasoning element plus your permutation, okay, number of ways, right, arranging them. Now there are 6 tasks, 6 persons. Task 1 cannot be assigned either to person 1 or 2. Let's say I am writing task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, task 5 and task 6, right? Now task 1 cannot be assigned to person 1 or person 2, right? Task 2 must be assigned to either person 3 or 4. So this must be person 3 or person 4 only. Every person is to be assigned one task. In how many ways can the assignment be done? Okay. Now the thing is, there are only 2 conditions, right? Only 2 conditions, right? One is that task 2 will be given to either P3 or P4. So when it is given to P3 or P4, that means task 2 there are 2 options, right? For any of these options, now here P1 and P2 is not there, right? And one of the person P3 or P4 will be assigned T2. So 3 gone. For task 1, 3 options gone, right? One option gone here, one option, two, these are not possible, and one option gone here, so remaining 3, right? For task 3, because 2 person are already assigned, 1 and 2 already assigned, so remaining 4, remaining 3, remaining 2, remaining 1. So it is 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 24, which is 144 should be the correct answer. Right? C option. And I think Dikshit, Renu, Exner, right? They have given the correct answer. Khushbu and Smriti, you need to check. Because we need to start with the condition. Right? Condition is task 2 can be assigned to 2 persons only. There are only 2 options. Right? Task 2 can be given only to 2. There are 2 options available for task 2. Right? Once that is assigned, now task 1 cannot be assigned to P1 or P2. Right? But now out of the remaining 4 also, P3 or P4, one person is given task 2. So 3 options left for task 1. Right? 3 options left for task 1. And then once task 1 and task 2 are given to somebody, now there is no condition, right? Remaining 4 tasks, 4 factorial. We should just start with the condition, right? We will start with the condition that task 2 can be given to P3 or P4 only. That means there are only 2 options, right? Only 2 options. Okay? Okay, task 1 doesn't have 4 options. No, because task 2 will be given to one of P3 or P4. So if one person will be given task 2 out of P3, P4, so one person out of P3, P4 will not be available. Right? Only out of P3, P4, one person will be available. And task 1 cannot be given to P1, P2, cannot be given to P1, P2, and out of P3, P4 also only one will be available. Right? So the remaining 2, that is P5, P6, person P5, P6, out of P3, P4, 1 will be there. So total 3 options will be there every time when you assign task 2 to one of T3 and T4. So task 1, there will be 3 options every time you assign. Yes, with the condition, right? Otherwise you will get confused, because then the problem will be, if you assign, right, task 1, if you start with task 1, then Smriti, the condition would be that if you assign T1 to P3, right, then T2 will have no choice but it will give the task to P4, right? But if you assign the task to somebody else, P5, then task 2 will have 2 options, P3 or P4, right? So according to the cases, there will be different. If you start Ritesh with T1, then for T2, there will be different options for different case of T1. Right? Always start from the restrictions which are positive, that T2 will have only 2 possibility, that is P3, P4, which is not there. No other task have such conditions. Right? For P3, P4, there is no restriction for other tasks. So give T2 first, P3 or P4. Then there will be equal options for all. Right? For P3 also, there will be equal option for T1, T3, T4, T5, T6. And for P4 also, there will be equal option. If you start with T1, there will be problem. Okay, you start with this now. Otherwise there will be problem. Right? You can start with T1. Right? You can start with T1, Ritesh. There is no problem. But T1, then you will give T1 the task to P3 or P4. Then T2 will have 1 option each. Okay, Pritesh, that we need to see. Okay, so you can put your request in the comment section of this video, right? Then the concerned person will decide. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Now this is a simple question, but they have asked this question also, so I have taken this because probability And PNC probability is one of the most important. I told you that 4 questions from the easiest topic. Right? This is the easiest topic, and there are going to be 4 questions, around 4 questions, right? According to the previous year exams. Based on the previous year exam, if I predict that. What is the probability of drawing a king or a heart from a deck of cards? You know how many hearts are there? 13. But out of that 13, one is already a king. So king, remaining 3 kings also there. 3 other kings. Right? Already contain 1 king. So total 16 favorable out of 52. So that is 4 by 13 should be the correct answer. Right? Or is there. Or is there. It is not a and is there. Right? 1 by 52 will be and. Right? Heart king. Or a king and a heart. Right, in the same card. Right? It should be 16 by 52 or 4 by 13. Yes. Favorable cases are 13 heart cards plus 3 other kings. Right? Yes. Okay. So, in how many ways a committee consisting of 5 men and 6 women can be formed from 8 men and 10 women? Very simple question, direct question, right? But they have asked such questions, so I am telling you that I am showing you the level of difficulty they are asking. Very, very simple question, right? He has given a fixed number, right? That means out of 8 men, you are getting 5 men, and 10 women, you have 6 women, right? So this is your answer, which is going to be 8 into 7 into 6 by 321 and 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, right? Okay, let's cancel out and you will get the values. 3 to 6 gone, 4 to 8 gone, and 3 into 3. So this is 210 into 56. So here the last digit should be 0, then the second last digit should be 6. Only option is D. The last digit should be 0 and second last digit should be 6. Okay, that's it. I need that much only. Because of the options, I will eliminate other options because the last digit 0 and second last digit is 6. It is only possible in D option. Right? So no need to multiply. Okay. Yes. Otherwise, Shiva, Dikshit, Renu, Pushpu, Vamsi, Smriddhi, Shama, all correct. Right? Very, very good. So let's move to the next one. Great, great Dikshit, very good, very good. That has to be the approach. Every time you should not multiply. Now time and work is also one of the important important topic in CMAT, right? One of the important topic, time and work, right? Very important. But here the question is, okay, simple, it is about wages, right? It is actually doesn't seem like it is the question on your time and work, but rather the question on ratio and then the calculating, only multiplying and the calculating the wages. Okay, just see what is they asking. The work done by a man, women and a child are in the ratio this. If daily wages of 20 men, 30 women and 36 children amount to 78, what will be the wages of 15 men, 21 women and 30 children for 18 weeks. Okay, the wages are always according to, by default assumption is wages are according to the work done, right? So if men, women, children, there are 20 men, 30 women and 36 children, and they are working 3x, 2x and 1x. So they must be earning 60x, 60x and 36x, which the total is, right, 156x, which is 78 rupees, right? So x is 1/2 rupees, right? Okay, this was the case. This is the daily wage of all these. Now, if I talk about that 15 men, right? So 15 into 3x, 21 women, 21 into 2x, and 30 children, 30 into 1x, right? For 18 weeks. 18 weeks means 18 into 7 days. So this is the total salary. Okay, so 45, here it is 42, 45 and 42, 87, 87 and 30, 117 into x is 1/2, 18 and 7, so 2 into 9. So my answer, the last digit should be 9 into 7, 3 into 7, 1. The last digit should be 1. The last digit should be 1. Right? Okay, so A option must be the correct answer. Yes, Rahul, Dikshit, again, Vamshi. Right? Absolutely correct answer. So it would be 1. 117 into 63 you can multiply. Right? Or you can multiply like this will be 99 and 6, 105 into 7. So it will become 7, 3, 35 and 2, 37 and 7. The correct answer is 7371, but with the unit digit only we have already answered this A option because of the unit digit, right? Otherwise you can multiply, right? But ideally you should not, right? करना नहीं चाहिए, यूनिट डिजिट देख लिया उससे आंसर कर दो, खत्म बात. ओके, राइट? सेशन को शेयर और लाइक जरूर करते रहना. ओके, तो ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन था आज का. ओके, वी हैव started this last lap to CMAT 2022, right? ये रोज शाम को 7 बजे होती है, राइट? ये 14 से स्टार्ट हो चुका है सेशन. लास्ट लैप टू CMAT 2022 कंप्लीट रिवीजन है आपकी. तो इसमें आपके वो सारे कंसेप्ट जनरली मतलब राइट मोटा मोटा एक आइडिया आपको मिल जाएगा. आपने वैसे तो रोज तैयारी करनी है, राइट? यू प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ एंड देन रिवाइज इट, राइट? डेली एट 7 PM you can revise it. Okay, this is a sort of revision, but this will be very helpful. Okay, and then this program we are running, that is CAT. Yes, वो easy थे क्वेश्चन आज, एक्चुअली लेवल बहुत easy था. And CAT PI VAT program, this is for second stage, selection stage program. That is 3 mock interviews, 15 power pack session, 1 VAT correction, current affair resources and personalized mentoring from IM mentors. YouTube पे भी है, ऐप पे भी है, दोनों पे है, राइट? लास्ट लैप टू कैट CMAT जो है, लास्ट लैप टू CMAT, दोनों पे चल रही है सीरीज, YouTube पे भी और इस पे भी, राइट? ओके, उसमें कल शाम को 7 बजे मेरा सेशन है, राइट? टुमारो 7 PM, राइट? आई हैव अ सेशन इन दैट. ओके, और लाइक, कमेंट, शेयर, सब्सक्राइब पक्का करना. और सब्सक्राइब करने के साथ साथ यू प्रेस द बेल आइकन ऑल्सो, so that you should get the notifications. ओके, और आप फॉलो कर सकते हैं इंस्टाग्राम पे, यूट्यूब पक्का ही सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को प्रेस करें। फेसबुक पेज पे आप जुड़ सकते हैं, टेलीग्राम, राइट, डाउट्स, बायजूस एमबीए डाउट्स, राइट, इस चैनल को आप जरूर राइट सब्सक्राइब कर लें। ओके, एंड सारे लिंक्स जो हैं वो डिस्क्रिप्शन में है, राइट, द लिंक्स आर इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन। Yes, tomorrow I have one session at 7 p.m. right in the last lap to CMAT series. Okay, तो ये मैं फिर से बता दूं, tomorrow, yes रेनू, रिपीट होते हैं, राइट, सीमैट में तो पक्के हो ही जाते हैं, सिमिलर आ जाते हैं, बिल्कुल सिमिलर क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं। Okay, so see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thank you, bye bye, namaste, jai hind, have a good day.